MLP Series Review, Season 1, Episode 14, Suited for Success. So we immediately go from one of my most hated episodes to one of my most loved episodes. This episode is amazing. It has everything I want in an episode. Uh, Art of the Dress is one of my favorite songs in the entire series. Um, the reprise is amazing. It fits into the episode perfectly. Um, the lesson is almost perfect. It is a good lesson, and it's almost perfect. The morals are there. Um, so, as a person, I am pretty selfish. I'm a pretty selfish person. I'm not very generous at all. And that's why I like Rarity so much. She is everything I wish I could be as far as being generous to people. And I think that that's a very admirable quality. And this episode highlights that very, very, very well. Um, it's a Rarity episode. What happens is she is making her dress for the Grand Galloping Gala, and then Twilight and Applejack show up, and then she's like, "I'll make you dresses as well." And then Rainbow Dash crashes in through the roof, and then she's like, "I'm gonna make dresses for everyone." And they're like, "Oh, like cool." Like at first they're like, "That's okay," and then they're like, "Okay, like cool, like yeah." So we get out of the dress, the song, and it's great. It's an amazing song. It's literally almost it's great. And then the dresses are perfect. Like they're absolutely fantastic. And she shows the other girls, and they're like, bleh. They're like we don't really like them very much. Well, they lie first, which is weird. Rainbow Dash is the only one that tells the truth, and it's like that's why I guess that's why people joke all the time that Rainbow Dash should have been honesty, and Applejack should have been loyal. T, but whatever. Anyways, there's a really, 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 really weird part in this episode though, and it's when Rarity's first gonna restart doing the dresses. She asks Fluttershy what she thinks, and Fluttershy won't tell her what she thinks, and she like demands. She's just like, "Tell me," and then Fluttershy tells her like she's an expert at making dresses, and then Fluttershy ends up with a freaking bird's nest on her head. And like that's really weird. Like you shouldn't have made Fluttershy look like she knew what she was talking about and then have her be so bad at making the dress that hers turned out so atrociously bad like everyone else's. What should have happened is you should have had Fluttershy not known how to do dresses and then that, or have her know how to do dresses. She improves it, and she's the only one that's like, "Oh, you guys, your dresses suck." Like that would have made sense, but that whole part doesn't make sense. So, anyways, we get the reprise of Art of the Dress, and it's really good because both songs and the visuals to accompany them really go well with what's going on in the episode. In the original song, Rarity is having a great time. Everything is going smoothly. She's not stressed out whatsoever. And then in the reprise, she's like very, very, very stressed. Her hair's all messy. She's like not. She's just like the girls are trying to tell her like what to do, and they clearly have no idea what they should be telling her, and she's just getting frustrated. And we also get Rarity's glasses in this episode, which are phenomenal. I love Rarity's glasses on her. Anyways, um, so what happens is Spike, being Spike, because he's either the solution to the problems in the episode or the cause of the problems in the episode. Anyways, he talks to Hoity Toity and like gets him to come to watch the fashion show that they're gonna do, and it's like, dude, you just screwed Rarity so badly. She's so freaking like this is not good. Anyways, the girls love the dresses and they suck. They're stupid. Freaking Applejack has galoshes on. Twilight literally has the night sky on hers, like the Orion and the constellations and crap. Rainbow Dash looks like she's going to war. Fluttershy has a bird's nest on her head, and like Pinkie Pie has just got like a cupcake on her head. Like they're terrible. So, anyways, they do the show. Obviously, hoity-toity to everyone is like, "Wow, this sucks. This stuff is garbage." Rarity feels bad, so she starts wallowing in her own pity or whatever she says. I forget. And the girls, they go and they talk to Hoity Toity or whatever, and they get him to come again, and they revert their dresses back to the way they were, and they apologize to Rarity, and they also fix Rarity's gala dress, and it's like perfect. It's like, oh, we screwed up, and they all realize it. They're like, we screwed up. We understand that we screwed up, and we're sorry that we screwed up. And they fix everything, and then Hoity Toity watches the new dresses, and everything's great. And like, sucks for Rarity because she runs a business, and now she's got to make, I think he says, a dozen of each, which is what, 6 dresses, dozen of each. That's like 60, 72 dresses. Good luck. Like, that's the end of the episode. The way that they dropped the ball, in my opinion, on the message here is that Twilight says if somebody does you a favor and gives you something or does something for you, don't be overly critical of the thing that they gave you. And I don't think that's what the message of this episode should be. I think that what it should be is trust your friends that know what they're doing. If it had to do with books or learned knowledge or anything like that, and they were like, and Twilight was the one getting it done, trust her. She knows those things. If it's baking or parties, trust Pinky. She knows those things. If it's woodland animals, taking care of creatures, stuff like that, like they each have their specialty. And the thing is that Rarity knows fashion, and she knows design, and she knows those things. Trust her to make you the best dress. If you look at the dress and you think that dress is not to my taste, think who made it. And then say, oh, Rarity made it. She probably knows fashion better than I do, so I'll trust her to know that, hey, that is nice. Even if I don't think it's nice, over my poor opinion on what fashion is, she probably knows better. And I think that would have been a better message than if somebody gives you if somebody does a favor for you, don't be overly critical of the favor. Regardless, I think this is a phenomenal episode. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's one of my favorite of the entire series. It was the start. When I first started Ponies, the one who brought me into the fandom was Fluttershy. And I slowly started watching episodes, and I was like, well, Fluttershy's episodes aren't great to me. They're not terrible, but they're not great. She's kind of just there. Rarity, as who I am, I jumped into Ponies, and I was like, oh, these are like you have the tomboy Rainbow Dash, you have the quiet Fluttershy, you have the farm pony Applejack, you have the crazy party pony Pinky, you have the smart one Twilight, and then you have the girly one Rarity. And I kind of discounted Rarity, but she ended up being one of my favorite of the main 6, probably my second after the entire series was over, because she does get a lot of episodes where I'm just like, dude, you're being overly dramatic and I want to strangle you, Rarity, please stop. But she also gets these episodes where her generosity shines and you're like, dude, she's so great. Like, I love her. But yeah, I'd give this episode a 5 out of 5 stars and say it's one of my favorites.